Hello everyone, Edain here, and welcome back to the Edain Mod. We're not doing a skirmish battle today. Today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video. I'm going to be doing the same thing on Wednesday. Just going to be talking about why I think, for this video at least, why Dale, the Outpost remodeled, all remastered, all perfect now, and why I think it is perfect. And I'm going to be later talking about Durin. I'm just saying that now because obviously it'll be coming out soon. But mainly because, yeah, these two things that are part of the Erebor sub-faction turn them from my least favourite to my second favourite. Everyone will always be my favourite, but they definitely put Erebor ahead of the other dwarf factions in several ways. Mostly thanks to Dale and their immense economy. And I'm just going to be talking about all the different things that make this building, this marketplace, so incredible. And obviously I've got all the buildings here, but I can't really talk about them since I've got them all here. Oh, got the wind lance now as well. But I can talk about them on a fresh outpost. So when you start out with the Dale Outpost, you just have this small marketplace. You eventually get this building and then the Trumpets at the very end. It also says here, Dale levels up passively over time. At each level from 2 to 9, one unique town expansion can be researched. At level 10, Trumpets are constructed for free. You see the Trumpets there. But now I'm going to talk about all the different upgrades one by one. We start with the warehouses, 500 resources to help you make more resources and increases the hit points of the currently only 3,500 of a level 10 marketplace. To get the warehouses, you get quite a few buildings with them, but you also get the ability to make roads from any resource building. As you can see here in this one, a trader will depart from the marketplace. You can see the cart there. It will slowly depart. It will then go to the resource building in question. It will then return with a large sum of resources, which is incredible. Already such a interesting mechanic that has a similar feel to the tribute carts of Angmar, but instead of having some ulterior motive like with the trading cart, the tribute carts for Angmar, which is to boost your military, this is just pure economy. For now, at least, it's pure economy. Next, you get the militia house. Slightly cheaper than the warehouses, but that's because it's just where you'll get your two basic units, swordsman and pikeman. Probably one of the not as important things to get if you're going full economy with Dale. But, you know, if you want to get those starting units, which both have the formation called March Formation, which gives you bonus movement speed at a cost of damage and armor, which basically just means don't use this when you're in combat. Use this to run away or run into combat. That's the only reason why I should use this. Next up, we have the toy market. Generates more resources and increases the resources gained from caravans returning to Dale. So, you know, just even more economy. Just more economy on top of economy on top of economy. You can already see one cart coming up already. Then we have the watchtower. Pretty much the same as it was in the previous version, except it's a lot taller. So you can see exactly where those arrows are going to be firing from. And which that is also means that if you position over this side of the map and on here and just shoot at here, this tower can't defend. So it's actually quite nice to know where the watchtower is, so you can position yourself away from it and attack it in such fashion. And then you get the fountain. Oh yeah, you can also see the health points do actually track on the portrait here. It doesn't just stay at the 3,000. It is now currently 6,000 because we've gained 4 buildings, which makes 4,000 in total. 2,000 in total. Then we have the fountain. Constructs the fountain. Units in the area are healed and regenerate fallen troops. Pretty much, again, another building that hasn't really changed from the old version. You just got even more to work with now. And that comes up right there near the centre. Then you have the Dwarven Craftsman. Constructs a workshop for skilled Dwarven smiths. Increases health by 500 again. And roads constructed by Dwarven traders will provide a 25% boost to allied units. And that's quite literal. That means that your troops, if they have... Oh, that's interesting. That's actually really interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, let me just move old boy over here. You can see a markings, some Dwarven runes appear on top of his head. That just means he now has bonus movement speed. You can also see it on top of the ponies over here. But I didn't realise that using the traders on here would actually steal it from over here. Very interesting. But yeah, you can just keep making more traders to every resource building you have. Also mentioned the Trumpets here. I'll be getting to that later. But next, currently the only thing we can make now is the Palace. Enables recruitment of Dale's elite archers, prerequisite for the Windlance. You can see that's the big building we saw over there where the Windlance will eventually be sat upon. And that's what also makes this more unique than Lake Town, is that you actually get an artillery defense for your outpost, which would normally only get... well, firstly, if you built a basic outpost and then a bit of siege building that way. But the only other kind of building that actually has this is the Dwarven Citadel, which is a nice nod to the Dwarven Citadel as well. And again, you can kind of circumvent the range of this by seeing where it's built and just building, well, attacking from elsewhere. But yeah, that is all the main buildings. And once you get to level 10, you then get the Trumpets of Dale. The clear sound of trumpets can be heard far and wide, encouraging all friends of Dale, allies in the vicinity, gain damage and armor. So that's just a passive banners effect from Vanilla, which I also really, really like. So in total, that makes for a very powerful building. You have 3 different resource generation bonuses, 2 recruitments effects, which give you your bowmen, your swordsmen, and your pikemen separately. And your archers, although they say elite, I'm not 100% convinced they are yet. They do have the black arrows, which is a decent ability. Lots of damage against archers, and reducing the range of other archers by 50%. You get to make these roads, which, again, is actually gone towards this camp instead of the other outpost. Not sure why. But you also get King Brand, who has some abilities that makes Men of Dale even stronger. Can go between sword and bow. Has a scouting tool. Makes his troops even stronger. And at the end, 200% normal damage if you wait just a few minutes with your inherited Black Arrow, which can do insane levels of damage against something like a dragon, because, you know, it's a Black Arrow. And on top of all of that, it just looks so majestic. You've got defences, 2 different defences, support, resources, military, and more support in the form of just leadership. It's incredible what this one outpost is capable of. It's so much more competent than a basic outpost that just gives you free settlements, free plots, and that's it. Or in this case, I guess the dwarf's case, you get the 2 lines of defense as well. But that's barely a difference when you can't get all of these things in a basic outpost. True, it does take longer. You do have to wait for all these levels to come up. I only managed to do it quickly thanks to the elf over there. But regardless, still really good. You take your time, you build it up. It's a lot cheaper to do it that way, to start with. But then you get those resources rolling as well, and then it eventually just pays for itself. Especially if you just take all these resources into account. We are making a lot of money. I'm going to see if I can focus on when this is going to actually give us the resources and how much it gives. That was... I actually wasn't sure. I think I wasn't paying attention. I don't think it came through, but it looked like about 200, I think. At some point, we did get a 200 cash injection. But yeah, Dale is currently the perfect outpost. super strong at the end. 7,500 health. In comparison, a level 3 barracks has 8,416. That's because of the extra 30%. If we get rid of these buildings here, that also boosting the health of our other buildings. If I get rid of all of them, this now only has 6,500. So, very tanky building. Definitely not one to be disrespectful to. It can still be very easily taken down by siege. That's the point. Siege are meant to be able to destroy these outposts. They aren't meant to last forever. They are just meant to be something that can last if you put the effort into it. And you do have a lot of good choices as well. The Men of Dale are obviously something I personally don't use. Personally, because I just love getting the elite dwarves, getting them to their full potential. But it's still a good alternative. They're still about the same price. Dale bowmen are more expensive than axe throwers, and even though it may not seem like it, you do need Dale bowmen against factions with monsters. Misty Mountains and Mordor be damned. Their trolls are devastating if they don't have a good counter. And slash damage from axe throwers is not a good counter. And sometimes neither is your pikeman. So it's a good thing the Dale bowman got a supposed buff. I'm still on the fence on that. But anyway, that's everything I wanted to talk about with Dale. It is visually stunning. It is mechanically brilliant. And just on a personal note, might be one of the best outposts in the game, bar none. It used to be one of the worst. I can now say with honesty and just say it's amazing. This building, this outpost is amazing. And I'll be talking soon about, well, on Wednesday, about the ring hero for the Dwarves of Erebor, who I believe came in before Dale was fully redone, and is still one of the best ring heroes in the game, and is the perfect ring hero, other than obviously Sauron, but no one beats Sauron. That's enough for today. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one. Farewell.